Okay, here's the deal. Welcome back to What's Inside. I know I just stole Lincoln's line, but we are in a big hurry right now because it's late at night. We just got a call from Sean Durst that Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, social media expert, entrepreneur expert, is over at his space station right now. And he said if we hurry over there, we have like 30 minutes and we could cut something open for What's Inside channel. So we have something that's been sitting around that we think would be perfect for him. It's a WWE wrestling belt signed by The Undertaker, Bret Hart, and another person that we'll tell you later who it is. But for now, we gotta get over there before we miss this opportunity because, and we'll explain more about Gary is in a minute.
Yeah.
Aw, snap.
Well, who's ready for some wrestling? Check this bad boy out.
That is awesome. What's up, man? How are you? I'm wearing a Macho Man shirt.
Dude, Macho Man, I love it.
No.
We're doing it. We've got the wrestling belt. We need to get some insights from our wrestling experts.
Hold on, I gotta pose with it.
Okay, Chicken's busy with the belt for a minute here.
You look like an actual champion.
Can you say it in your awesome voice, like slap into a Slim Jim?
There's it snap. Is it
Snap? Snap.
Snap into a Slim Jim! Snap into a Slim Jim!
Hey, tell us about this guy right here.
Bret the Hitman Hart is considered the excellence of execution. He's one of the all-time great wrestlers. He comes from a big-time wrestling family. I was an 80s baby. In the 80s, he was part of a tag team called the Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and then he eventually became a solo wrestler.
right now? Who is this guy?
And became a big-time solo wrestler. And when he left WWF to go to WCW, he was supposed to gracefully, like, kind of lead, but Vince McMahon screwed him, and he made Shawn Michaels beat him, and like it made it seem like Bret the Hitman Hart was supposed to kick out of the move, which was the sharpshooter, which was his own move. Shawn Michaels had him in it, but Vince McMahon made the ref call it, making it seem like Bret submitted to his own move. Bret like spit on him. It was a whole to-do.
What do you think about wrestling like WWE? Like, how does that tie into business world, and or does it?
So quite a bit actually. So I'm pretty hardcore about saying that nobody's really my business idol, but when I'm forced into it, I do say that Vince McMahon and Walt Disney are two people I think a lot about because they're storytellers. The new age stars of social media actually are much more grounded in the old storytelling. You're just creating these genres, these worlds you live in. What Vince did extremely well, WWF as I call it now, WWE, is he owned the naming rights to all these characters. He invented these characters. So there's a human being who's Brutus the Barber Beefcake, or Hillbilly Jim, or Junkyard Dog, or Iron Sheik, but they don't own the IP, he does. And he just built a whole world. WrestleMania, his invention, really, besides boxing, created the pay-per-view industry. He's a real pioneer.
Dang.
I thought it was just a bunch of dudes going hard in the ring. I had no idea.
You know what's so funny? So much of what we do today, even when you're like, hey, Snapchat crew, I'm about to unveil my video on YouTube. He would do these little monologues like Razor Ramon's like, I'm coming for you, Macho Man, and for like weeks, every Saturday, you're like, wait a minute, this guy's coming. And then by the time he finally shows up in like week 9, you already thought he was the coolest. And so he would play that build-up better than anybody. And now you see a lot of those behaviors in social media. A lot of times I've done really well on video, and I always laugh because they're like, you're so intense and fun on interviewing you, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm basically doing like a promotion, like this Tuesday night in the Harvard Civic Center, I'm gonna be here. It's basically the same thing.
That's really something, Hulk Hogan, because when I beat you on Super Sunday, the World Series and the Super Bowl all combined.
Okay, last question about the belt. What does it mean to have the belt?
In its heyday of the 80s and 90s, there was really 3 core belts. There was the tag team champions, there was the intercontinental champion, and then there was the heavyweight champion. Just those 3. Now there's more, they've spread it out.
What is this guy?
Heavyweight.
Where it really got interesting was Hogan. Hogan won it January of 1980. 4.
Brand new World Wrestling Federation champion, Hulk Hogan. You proved it to thousands and thousands of fans.
And holds it until 1989. So he had a 5-6 year run. My number one guy of all time is the guy I'm wearing the t-shirt of.
And because they can't handle the Macho Man Randy Savage, the cream of the crop, nobody does it better.
In the way that my life now lives, and I've met so many people at this point, the one great regret is that I didn't get to meet Macho Man. More than anything that like if somebody said, what's your one regret of the person you didn't cross paths with? It's 100% Randy the Macho Man Savage.
Wow. Sit down, have some Slim Jims with him. That would have been good.
Want to light up your life? Yeah! With those Slim Jim!
The greatest matches of all time, and if you Google it right now, every top 10 list
Doing it.
is Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania 3, I think. And
What?
It was definitely 3.
What is this?
It was like a 40-minute match. Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, their styles, just, there was some, I mean, look at this is real. You see it?
Oh my gosh.
Like literally, like just talking about it.
What is this?
Goosebumps. Literally.
Yeah, really good.
I'm telling you, like, if like, I'm sure
great,
like,
right?
you have to, like, it's almost worth signing up for WWE channel just to have access to watch that match. It's that all time.
I think you guys picked a good thing to cut open.
We have the power team assembled here with
Yes.
the wrestling belt. This is Bret the Hitman Hart, The Undertaker, and Howard Finkel. He's the longest tenured employee of WWE. So here's the deal.
Consider us the new 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it right down the middle, and then Gary, you gotta take one of these halves home for your office. Which one do you want?
I'll do
Brett.
the Bret the Hitman Hart.
The Hitman Hart. Okay, deal.
I like execution.
Sean holds it here. You
Okay.
hold it there. Angle grinder, right here.
Sounds safe.
You're good. There we go. Look at this. Check it out.
Oh, is that gold?
Solid gold.
Leave it in the space station. I want it there forever.
This smells awesome.
This is the same metal all the way through, but this isn't cheaply made. It has 4 different layers to it. So the blue layer, the cork layer, the leather on the inside, the leather on the outside, and you can feel the adhesive. Here's your back of the actual belt. You can see the logo that we cut in half.
I got your half. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Lincoln, your half.
Nice.
Whoa,
That's the
successful
one.
cut.
So I don't know that I explained it that well earlier, but like I said, like he is an entrepreneur, very, very successful. Now he goes out and speaks about social media and the digital age, and basically is just changing paradigms. Like first there was Richard Kiyosaki with Rich Dad Poor Dad, blew my mind. Then there's Tim Ferriss with the 4-Hour Work Week, changed everything. And now I've been addicted to watching his YouTube videos on speaking. So for a lot of the younger kids, like really young, I don't know that you're gonna find as much inspiration at this point in your life, but if you're parents or if you're a teenager or if you're going to college, you can go watch his Daily V. I'm gonna put a link in the description. If you have like a little bit of inkling of being an entrepreneur in your mind,